Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ashley Plans and Saves. I'm Ashley, and today I'm going to share with you my March budget overview. I'm not going to go into any specific transactions that have already occurred. I'm just going to do a quick overview of the entire month and where money from each check is going to be going. So, starting here in Excel, just at the very top, my rollover line item here includes a couple of things. I anticipate, well, actually, no, I don't anticipate. I know I'll be rolling over 6441 from February. Nothing changed since my last video, my budget update. I really hope I get that PNC refund at this point. That's my secured credit line that I closed in January. And they said they sent it to me. Weeks went by. Then they sent it again, like a check. At this point, it's been about 2 weeks, and I'm gonna give it till Monday. I called them today. They said wait till Monday. So on Monday, if I don't have the check, I'm gonna give them a call, and hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what we can do with that. But I really hope I do get that check because I'm kind of budgeting for it already, which is a mistake I made in February. But again, I made the same mistake, so we'll see. And then $100 here. I got this from my sister. She owes me a certain amount of money, and she planned on paying me $50 every single month until I guess whenever that amount is repaid. Um, However, she wasn't able to give me 50 in February, so she gave me 100 in March, or she plans to give me 100 in March, which I don't have a problem with. I don't anticipate getting anything from my sinking funds because my personal blow money, I want that to come out of the $303 that I'm supposed to be getting from PNC. That's what I budgeted the money for, and that's what I made the purchases. I made those purchases with this money in mind. So we'll see. Um, so that should be zero. I plan on obviously getting my base salary of $1478.87. Um, and again in check two. Then for the entire month, I'm gonna put $900 aside for my rent, $450 aside for my Roth IRA, and that's both of those are split between either check. For the first check, I should be setting aside money for my gym membership, $1562. Also, I'll be setting aside $55.88 for my internet bill. Now, on the second check, I'll put aside $65.42 for Con Ed, you guys. My electricity bill this month was ridiculous. I'll show you the breakdown once we finish through this, like the breakdown of like utilities and how I got to $65.42. Because if you don't know, my roommate and I split our utilities. So Crunch, sorry, so for Optimum, that's our internet, Netflix, and our Con Ed, we split those because we share those accounts. This month for Spotify, my check two, I'll be paying $12.99 because since I'm technically no longer a student, according to Spotify, I can't use my $5 for premium and Hulu deal. Now I'm gonna do premium and Hulu for $12.99. Netflix is still $12.99, and my phone is still $40, and those both will come out of check too. My spending looks pretty much the same. I'll do $130 every check for groceries, $20 for both checks. $20 in each check for eating out. Miscellaneous and household get $10 a check. Now, personal and blow. So my mom's birthday is in May. She called me up asking if I wanted to go to a not a concert. Maybe it is a concert. Maybe it's like a play. I think it's a play. Like the Tyler Perry farewell play thing. She was just inviting me, but then I decided just to purchase the tickets as a gift for her birthday. So that's 4 tickets for myself, my mom, my cousin, and then either my dad or my sister, depending on like who's free and who wants to go. So I purchased 4 tickets. That was $275. I already purchased it, so I know what the actual is, but whatever. And then I also want to make an Amazon order. The total right now is $139.61. Sorry, 61. That is because I'm purchasing a weighted blanket. That's something I've been thinking about for a while, and when I anticipated getting that $300 from PNC, I was like, okay, actually, you should put a portion of that to this weighted blanket because either I'm going to be doing months and months of saving just to get up to that, or I can just allocate the money I have right now that is not allocated for any other thing for this, this one that I have. So that's the plan there. So it's a weighted blanket, a cover for it, like a duvet cover that fits it. I need some new laminator paper for the like mini Amazon laminator I have at work. So I bought a roll of that, and there might be one other thing in the cart. Oh, more like puzzle saver, like the backing paper that you can put on the back of puzzles to stick together and so you can hang it up. That'll go for my like big 1,000 piece puzzle that I got, and I'm working on it, you guys, and it looks so good so far. I have like a little bit more to do, so hopefully on Saturday or Sunday I'll finish that up. No uncategorized. Ah, oh no. Plus. Oh no, so many things are happening. Great. No uncategorized. Sinking funds. So specifically in my first check, I'll do my 20 for my clothing sinking fund, 15 for family and gifts, and I didn't take out the money for my mom's birthday present from family and gifts. One, because there's like 75 bucks in that account. Also, because when I say family, I mean like my parents need to pay this specific bill and they don't have enough to pay for it, then I'll take money out of that to pay the bill. Or, down the line and during Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff, anytime I go like spend a holiday with them and we go like food shopping, I typically just split whatever the cost is. So that's really what the family part of the sinking fund is for. And the gifts is for like my friends' gifts. So I have like a nice little small group of 6 friends, and for every birthday we all pool like between like $10 to $15 together per person, and we buy a big gift for whoever's birthday it is. So that's where like the gifts part come in. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's why I didn't take anything from the sinking fund. Travel, I'll do 100 this paycheck. Lyft and Uber, I'll do 15 this paycheck, and nothing for my emergency savings. But a new change, besides the fact that many of these numbers are different than last month, a new change going forward, which I hope to be able to sustain, is that for personal savings slash my like down payment fund, instead of doing $800 a month, I'm going to do $950 a month, and that is really possible because the amount I'm getting in my base salary has increased since I've changed my federal allowances. I'm getting about $150 more, so I'm putting about $150 more into my personal savings because otherwise I don't really know what I would do with that money since I already have money for like specifically the personal flash blow money. Like I thought that'd be a good use at least until I don't know something happens and I can figure out if I want to change the budget. But for now, that is all to say that this is my March budget overview. I'll do $450 in my check 1 for this personal savings things, and $500 in check 2. And so for check 2, that the only thing I'm saving towards from check 2 will just be the $500 for the personal savings, because of reasons. Oh, because I'm not getting this like huge amount of rollover income. But yeah, that is the budget in Excel. Based on Excel, I theoretically should have, if I put these two like leftover amounts together, I should have $38.63 left over. That's going to be unallocated for now just because, yeah. I mean, that could go in uncategorized, but I don't really care that enough to do that. Scrolling quickly down here, the breakdown of my utilities payment. So electricity Con Ed was $199.71, you guys. What the ever living goodness gracious is that? Because we have a smart meter that was installed at the end of December, so theoretically, I can go onto the Con Ed website, download like real-time accurate usage, like for each day, every 15-minute interval, I can download our usage, and I have been. And I'm supposed to be able to use those numbers to see, if we're using too much energy, if we have space to use a little bit more, and things like that, and see, what times they were using the most electricity. We're supposed to be able to analyze our usage based on the smart reader data. So what I've been doing is, and I did this for my February bill as well, and it was fairly accurate. At the end of every week, I would go in, download the week's usage, and calculate, how much, if we keep on this trend, how much will we pay to our bill? And I do that based on the previous month's bill. So if the February bill was $165 and that was for 670 kilowatt hours, then I do 165 divided by 679 kilowatt hours to figure out the price per kilowatt hour. And it was like 24 cents or something along those lines. So 24 cents per kilowatt hour, meaning when I go in at the end of each week to look at how much energy we've used, to date from the beginning of our cycle until, whatever day I'm looking at it, I can see, okay, if we're doing 24 cents per kilowatt hour, how much would we be paying by the end of the month if we kept on trend? And based on my calculations, we used pretty much the exact same, if not a little bit less, in terms of energy usage from the beginning of our cycle to the end of our cycle, meaning I was expecting a bill of like 160. This bill of 199 is like 200 kilowatt hours of a difference between what the smart reader data from the Con Ed website told me versus what we were billed by Con Ed. So I called them and I was like, what the hell? Like, sorry, what in the world is this? Like, why is there a difference? They say, well, the smart reader information, like the download that you can do is not necessarily accurate. You should be looking at the online real-time usage, which number one, it's crazy because they only show you one day at a time. So theoretically, I would have to go in every single day to track the usage, but also the usage matches. Like when I look at the real-time, anyway, I can digress. But anyway, it's BS. I don't appreciate the fact that I've contacted them twice about being able to use like the smart reader data to track my energy usage, and saying that things don't really match up, because in February I was noticing like really strange peaks in usage while my roommate and I were both out of the house, and like we don't have our heater on a timer or anything like that, so there's no reason why we should be seeing random spikes. Like if it was the same time of day, like a spike, okay, maybe like an appliance is doing something, but it was just completely random, and they weren't at the same like volume or the same like amplitude. I don't know. They weren't at the same amount of usage. It was like sporadic. So I called them concerned, and they said, oh, we're just fixing things. Like it's not completely accurate. And I was like, well, that's useless for me because how can I track my usage? And then this time they said, oh, well, the download that you can do from the website is not accurate. And you guys, so it's really hard for me to really plan these Con Ed bills. So right now my heater is going because it's cold as anything. So anyway, I digress. I apologize if now I'm louder and now your ears hurt. So sorry. Internet is $55.88. Netflix is $12.99. So meaning each person, my roommate and myself, should be paying $134.29 towards utilities. And since I pay the internet and the Netflix out of pocket, and my roommate, actually no, just because I paid those two, that means I have to pay $65.42 towards my electricity bill, and my roommate will pay the remaining, which should equal $134.29. Now to my actual check. The actual check I got today was $1621.61. When I subtract the base salary that I should be getting, $1478.87, that means I have $142.74 as an overage, like as a surplus, and that surplus means that that's the amount of money I got from working in the after-school program, in like the past pay cycle. So since we went on our February break for 1 week, that's about 1 week's worth-ish of pay. So I put that exact amount, $142.74, into my moving sinking fund so I could just use my budget to plan for the $1478.87. Yes, so that is this. Here is every dollar. There are already some transactions here, but I'll go over that next week. This is exactly the same. All these numbers are exactly the same. I did go ahead and track the rollover, obviously. I did that as soon as I created the budget, but these numbers all match what I just said. So my paycheck 1, my after school income, my paycheck 2, my after school income, the rollover, hopefully that PNC refund, and then my sister's repayment of $100. Savings, I'll do, like I said, $450 to Roth IRA. I'll fill all these sinking funds. The down payment is bumped up to $950. The moving sinking fund is specifically based on how much I anticipate getting from my after school income. So right now it's at $393.74 for the month. Nothing for my emergency fund, and nothing towards my fund money / long-term sinking fund. Yes. Spending, again, $260 for the month, $40 for eating out, $20 for household. My mom's birthday, $275. Fun / blow money, that Amazon purchase I want to make, $139.61. No uncategorized and no planned contributions to my fund money short-term sinking fund. Rent, $900. Internet, $55.88. And like I said, electricity, $65.42. And again, phone, $40, Netflix, $12.99, Spotify, $12.99, gym, $15.62. And then I just have a line item here for the rollover for next month, but I'm just leaving it here as like extra money in the budget. So it's not an every dollar budget, but I could eventually have a place for this money. And this 3863 matches up with the total anticipated leftover in my Excel budget here. So things are looking pretty good. I'm going to stop this video now because I will keep talking if I don't. That is all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to catch my next video, my week 1 review, where I sort of place all the transactions I have here in EveryDollar, and then I'll type them into Excel as well, then be sure to subscribe so you're notified when I make that video. Last thing to mention quickly is, if you did catch my Trader Joe's and meal plan like haul slash like video thing last week, I do plan to do another Trader Joe's slash meal plan haul this week because my meal plan is different this week. So if you're interested in that, I'll probably post it tomorrow night. So definitely subscribe if you're interested in that. So that is all for now. For real, that's all for now. I hope you have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.